Honey, I'm home. Oh wait, I keep forgetting. I don't live with anyone. And hey there, it's been a while since I last did an apartment tour. In fact, I think the last one I uploaded was over on the Johnny Stumbles channel back in 2021. So if you're curious to see what things used to look like, you can head over to that one. I'll put a link to that down in the description, but not until you're done watching this video, of course. And in case you couldn't have guessed it, we're going to be going on a tour of my lovely $1,150 a month, most utilities included, Midtown Toronto bachelor apartment. This is in the Yonge and Eglinton area. I'm about a 5 or 6 minute walk from Eglinton Station. There's a number of grocery stores, smaller markets, restaurants, bars, cafes, pretty much everything you want right at your fingertips. And again, the subway is close, and maybe someday the crosstown will open up. So it's quite a good spot for transit as well. I moved here back in 2014 after 5 years in Korea. I thought I would only be here for a couple of years, and then I was gonna buy a place or move on to somewhere bigger and better. But since then, the real estate market, as you probably know, has been absolutely insane in Toronto. I think a 1-bedroom right now is going for about $2,400 on average, and bachelors are going for $2,000 easily around the city. So it's kind of nuts. I do benefit from rent control, as this building is older than November 2018, so that limits the increase the landlord can put on it every year. And property management here is pretty good. And one good thing about renting in an older rental building where you have professional property management is not only if you have good management, that is, it's always a roll of the dice. Do things get taken care of pretty quickly? Like if my fridge, or one time my freezer stopped working and someone came up within an hour and they fixed it. Same thing for my air conditioning and heating. But another thing is if you're renting off an individual in, say, a condo or like a basement or just part of their house, they can evict you for not so legitimate reasons. All they have to do is say a family member is moving in and out you go. So there's a little bit more security in an older building like this. But anyways, let's get going and check out the apartment. And you'll notice a lot of things have changed since that last apartment tour I did. I'm just gonna put away this table I used to stand the camera up on. If you're familiar with my videos, you know I like to do things in one shot. So no cheesy vlog music and editing cuts. Instead, you'll just have to listen to me drone on. But that's fine. So there's the front entrance. You'll notice there's a new shoe rack. And I've got some plants scattered around the apartment, so that's a bit of an improvement. So we'll circle back to this area. There's a walk-in closet there and the bathroom. I mentioned it's a little under 500 square feet, and I've got things kind of configured into different rooms, you could call them. The bedroom here on the left. So we'll start with that, and then I'll move on to the living room and then the office / workspace. Then we'll check out the kitchen and then those other 2 rooms. But I've got a double bed here. That's the same bed frame as last time, but I've got a new mattress. There's a 12-inch hybrid mattress, which I quite love. I've also given up on duvet life. This is a comforter. Fuck duvets. I will never have to deal with zipping one back together ever again. We've got a big industrial washing machine down in the laundry room, so it's easier just to throw the whole thing in there every once in a while and give it a good wash. I added this side table that matches the IKEA bed as well as that lamp. But everything else in the bedroom is pretty much the same. And crucially, you get a view of the TV from here. Now on to where pretty much every single piece of furniture has changed. This is what I would call the living room. This table on the side is new. I got that from IKEA. I was thinking of putting a bar cart there, but I settled on this unit. I think it fits quite nicely. I'm not the best at decorating, and you'll notice my walls are bare. They are concrete walls, and I can't be bothered to hang anything up. But I don't really hear my neighbors. They don't hear me, so all is good. That's enough decorating anyways. The coffee table is new. Since everything's kind of squared off, I went for a round, kind of Scandinavian style coffee table. I quite like it. The couch is new. I used to have a love seat and reclining chair, and I opted to just get one bigger couch. This is from Structube. And what's cool is these pieces move around, so I can corner them off. I can make the couch as deep or shallow as I want it. And these things are surprisingly comfortable and sturdy. So if you lean back, it won't tip over despite how it looks. And if I have company over, depending on who they are, they might find themselves sleeping on the couch, but it's about the size of a single mattress anyway, so that works. And I added this table here from Cozy, which I think is kind of perfect for the couch. And no, I don't miss having armrests. I thought I might, but I like the freedom of just being able to configure this thing any which way and being able to lie down. I got rid of the torch lamp, and I added this lamp from IKEA. It's got this reading light, which is pretty handy, and that can swing over my shoulder right there. And there's the fiber internet connection. I mentioned most utilities are included. Internet is not, but I have a $1,500 up, $1,500 down plan with Bell. And I pay about $55 a month for it. It's an introductory rate that I've somehow kept alive for quite a while. So the internet here is stupidly fast. I'm quite happy with it. Also, the TV bench has changed. I got tired of seeing all the cables and console units, so I went with something that is solid. Got storage in here. I've got a blanket in there and some other cushions. The sound system has been upgraded. That's a JBL Bar 1000. And there's a big ass subwoofer, which I keep quite low. Even though my neighbors say they don't hear it, I still don't want to be that nuisance neighbor, but it is pretty awesome and plenty deep. And there's what used to be a Plex server, but now that computer is a dedicated OBS server. I also have lights on the back of the TV. Hey, Echo, turn on TV lights.
Okay.
And I can change the color and brightness. I can even have it match sort of the beat of what's playing on TV. It'll play different colors, which is kind of cool. Echo, TV light off.
Okay.
And of course, the star of the show, the 65-inch Samsung QD OLED. And what they say about OLED is absolutely true. Once you go OLED, you do not go back. Superior black levels. This thing gets plenty bright even with these floor-to-ceiling windows. Glare is no issue at all for this bad boy. I absolutely love, love, love this TV. It is the first time in about 5 TVs I didn't upgrade the size. I wanted to go to a 77, but I thought that might be a bit absurd in my space, so I opted to go from the TCL 6 series, which was an LED backlit LCD TV, one that was pretty damn good, to pretty much as good as you can get in the QD OLED. I was watching another YouTuber who lives in Toronto do their apartment tour, and they had a Samsung Serif TV, which looks kind of funky, but the picture quality of that one is absolute dog shit, as is the audio. And as a fellow content creator, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You want to go quality. That's a theme with my apartment. Things I care about, I will open up the wallet and buy. Things I don't care about, I'll just go to Dollarama or buy the cheapest thing off Amazon. Since the TV is on most of the day, even though I watch mostly YouTube, I definitely like having the OLED, and if I'm watching movies or high-budget TV shows, it's pretty awesome. Speaking of awesome, the soundbar has these detachable rear speakers, so if something is in Dolby Atmos or just even regular surround sound, I can pop these off and put them behind the couch. You get about 6-7 hours battery life on them. It's perfect for me because I don't really have a permanent place to put rear surround speakers, and when I'm just watching most programs, it doesn't really matter. But when it's movie time, these come out, and that table that I showed you at the start of the video, I use that to put behind the back right of the couch. So yeah, there's my massively upgraded entertainment area. And crucially, I can see it from where I work. As I spend a fair bit of time in that chair over there, I also spend a fair bit of time in the bed. And just like my old TV, it's on a swivel, so I can angle that more towards the bed, which helps. And I'm living that one remote lifestyle. This thing controls the sound bar. When I turn the TV on, everything just turns on. I can change the inputs of the TV. I use a Amazon Fire Cube. That lets me sideload apps and things like that. It's pretty much, other than the NVIDIA Shield, it's pretty much the best streaming device you can get, in my opinion. And there's where I work. I've got 2 monitors. I'm going to be adding a 3rd monitor, I think, pretty soon, as just working off 2 kind of drives me nuts. I have no idea how anyone can do any type of creative work off of just 1 screen. When I travel and use my laptop, it drives me insane. This is the same PC I had before. It's been upgraded. It's just perpetually being upgraded, although it's been a while since I last put anything in it. This chair is new since the last video. It's got pretty good lumbar support. I added this unit here just to throw cameras and stuff in. I've got the IKEA air purifier. And when it's time for my Sunday night streams over on the Stumbles channel, or if I do any night streams on this channel, I can pull up the green screen. I've got the lighting to make things look good. So that's kind of handy with that being right there. And I've just got a little bit of storage back here. There's the old coffee table. There's a camera that was sent to me. I'm gonna have to start playing around with that. That's a live streaming camera. Just a few random boxes. Some old cameras and stuff, a few plants. Money tree that's not doing so well. Speaking of plants, there's the Monstera. I like it facing the window, although it looks much better when I turn it around. And this thing has been growing like a weed. I think this one did the best when I went away for 3 weeks. And my balcony, which has a hammock now on it, is still a mess. I've sold some scooters and e-bikes recently, but there's still way too much out there, so we'll be skipping the balcony, but having a huge balcony is definitely a plus of this apartment. Take a quick look through the kitchen. Microwave, blender for morning smoothies and protein shakes, that sort of thing, soda stream, toaster, healthier money tree. I leave this thing out. It's kind of gross, but it catches these little bugs you see. I haven't had any bugs in a very long time, actually. So hopefully that's the end of them. That plant is the one that didn't fare so well on my 3-week trip to Asia. Cupboards, I just got a lot of stuff I eat. I do my morning weigh-in on the scale. I've got clothes on and I'm holding the camera, but let's see what I weigh. 161. Lately I've been weighing in at around 159 every morning. So that's about right. This pan is pretty much dedicated to making scrambled eggs and omelets. I've got my Keurig over here. Nothing too surprising up here. I have not gone into that jar of sugar in a very long time. I think over a month. In the freezer, just some frozen fruit for the smoothies, some frozen spinach. I usually have some kind of green vegetable. An emergency frozen dinner, you never know. And the fridge, water, milk, eggs, sparkling water. That has pretty much replaced ketchup on my eggs. I got that water bottle from Incheon Airport in Korea. All right, let's take a quick look through the salle de bain. I probably should have done a deep clean, or at least cleaned up a bit before I made this video. Oops. Oh well, this is how I really live, so what you see is what you get. There is a medicine cabinet, which is kind of rusting. I think I'm gonna request that they replace it, and even if they deny my request, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be here for at least a few more years, so I'll just spring for a new one out of pocket. I'm not gonna tell them I'm offering that though until they deny my request. But yeah, pretty standard stuff. Speaking of them being responsive, this part of the wall started to peel off, I think from just moisture from the shower. So they came up and patched that up very quickly quite recently. That's why it looks like that. I've got my toilet paper, of course, oriented the only correct way for it to be. And we'll finish up, I guess, with the walk-in closet, which, yes, still looks like a bomb went off. It's pretty big. Got my clothes, an ab roller, which has been getting some pretty good use lately, an ab mat, which has also been getting some use. I added this unit. This thing was like $100 from Amazon, and it just keeps socks, underwear. We've even got a stray socks drawer, which has reunited successfully a few different socks that have somehow ended up in random places. A bit of a shoe graveyard. My old torch lamp, vacuum. I don't really wear this style of shoe anymore. I think modern shoes are quite stupid. Those are Stan Smiths. I'll show you what I mean. My feet are they're wide, but they're not like super wide. And that's a size 11 Stan Smith. And I cannot get my foot in that shoe without absolutely crushing it in there. And that is the case for almost all shoes. These ones I bought extra wide and they still are a struggle. I always used to wear the New Balance 574s. These are my favorite all-time shoe, but same story. So maybe we'll finish with the footwear that I actually wear. Why not? I pretty much only wear barefoot shoes these days. These are the shoes I do 99% of my walking in. 0 HFS2. You'll notice, unlike the Adidas shoes, these ones are actually shaped like human feet. They don't put any pressure on my toes from the sides at all. They're also 0 drop, so crucially the heel and toe are at the same height. Why we walk around in shoes with the heel higher than the toe makes absolutely no sense. It's a quick way to fuck up your legs, spine, and give yourself all sorts of pain down the road. Also no arch support, and they're super flexible, so you get nice, strong feet. My other barefoot shoes, which are now workout shoes, are these Vivos. I actually like these a little bit more. If I'm doing any trail walking or anything, I'll get the Ultra Lone Peaks out. These ones do have a pretty high stack height, but they're wide toe box, 0 drop as well. And my Escalants, which I don't really wear anymore. These are Ultras as well, same qualities. But if I couldn't wear any of the other shoes, those are the ones I would wear. And there you go. That is pretty much my Midtown Bachelor apartment. If you have any comments or questions, do let me know down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. All right, I'm gonna do my favorite thing and what should be your favorite thing in the whole world right now. So thanks for watching, guys. Yoink. Hey, Echo, play Johnny Strides on YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
getting ready. Rock steady, Johnny strikes up the band. They'll be walking into projects.